Mike Carey here, and you're listening to the So We Don't Forget podcast. And there you go.
Welcome to So We Don't Forget, the podcast where two siblings talk about stuff so we don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy, and there's fireworks right there for
Yay.
episode 83.
Woo! Welcome, everyone.
We're back.
We are.
We were going to take it, or do an episode last week, and we didn't have time because we went and saw Yellow Card.
Yeah.
The Date to Remember. State Champs and Boundaries, the other band. Not just anywhere. Why don't you tell them where we went, Felicia?
We went, I would just like to say this was my idea, so shout out
It was.
Felicia.
Mm-hmm.
We went to Tampa, Florida.
Skirt.
Watched it in the mid-Florida amphitheater. They didn't have a roof because it was damaged in the hurricane. They haven't fixed it yet.
Mm-hmm.
But the sun was already in a position by the time we got through merch and everything where I don't think the sun was an issue. And you got to see the sunset. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to see the moon. Felicia quite a few times said, "It's the moon!"
Because it was beautiful.
The moon! Yeah, it was
we
a
did
good
get
time.
merch.
We did. I
Me and
forgot-
Jeremy.
I meant to wear it, but I didn't have it. I did time. It only took 30 minutes, even though the line was super long. It was one of those things where we got in line, and I was like, I'm glad we got in line when we did, because it got super long. Because we got there pretty much, was the first band was getting ready to open, because we got, well, there was many things that happened that day. We can get into that. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else happened. Yeah, so the show started, which actually we got upgraded with our tickets from where we were, because we were walking up. A lady was like, "You want to get upgraded?" We said, "Sure." Like, how many people? We said 5. She said, "Okay, here you go."
I was surprised she just gave us 5. I thought she'd be like,
go.
no, you can have
That's what I
2.
thought. I was like,
it
"Oh,
was
we
just
got
me and Jeremy.
5." She's like, "How many?" 5. Okay. She's like, "We just get 5 together." There you go. And then she ended up giving us the same seat to someone else, but it all worked out in the end.
Yeah,
So we instead of off to the side, we were straight on, which it was funny because Alexandra and the boys, which they went with, that's right, the boys actually went with, they were already in the seats, and I'm like, I remember I called Boo, I'm like, "Where are you at?" She's like, "Oh, in our seats." She's like, over here, walking. I'm like, "We got upgraded." "Okay, one sec. Boys, grab your stuff." "Okay, where are we sitting?" I'm like, "Well, hold on." I was like, "Where are you at?" And then we saw her. She's like, "Where are we at?" Then we found out, literally walked to the other seats and walked back. We're like, "Yeah, it's better," because to me, I like, especially for shows, I like sitting straight on. So I just feel the
Otherwise
experience is better.
it's like this the whole time.
Yeah, I mean,
and
we
you
would
don't
have
get
been
to
like
see
this.
everything.
Kind of
But you
like
miss
that.
a lot.
Yeah, we were a little bit farther back, but in the end, I think it was worth it just because,
Oh, I think so.
letting it rip. Someone's crying, so you can talk while I go let this cat in.
Oh, okay. I guess we can start at the beginning. So there was stuff that happened before we even got there. We had an early flight. Sorry, I just had to text Brandon.
We're supposed to have an early flight.
We were supposed to have an early flight. We were supposed to be out of Chicago at 6 a.m. and land in Florida at about 10 a.m.
I think it was like 10:30ish, something like that. Either way, it was right after 10. It was not long after.
So Friday
I know
night,
I had the rental for like 11.
Friday night, I slept 2 hours because I was like, all right, couldn't fall asleep, got to sleep. And then I was like, all right, we got an early flight. We got to get to mom and dad's house, let her rip. And
Shout out to mom and dad, give us a ride, by the way.
I am more than halfway there, and I get a call from Jeremy.
Because this is literally what happened to me. I literally woke up, brushed my teeth, and was like, what was I doing? I was doing something with my phone. I think I was double checking something. What was it? It was something to do with the flight. Anyway, I had my phone in my hand. And then I was like, I'm like, "What's this?" I'm like, an update. He's like, "Your flight has been delayed." I'm like, "What?"
Yep.
I was like, "Damn it." So then
At this point, it's like 3 something in the morning. I want to point out.
Not even. It was like 2:50. No, it was like 3. Actually, I can tell you exactly when I called you.
I think I left my house at like 2:45.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it was probably near 3.
You were Saturday. I called you at 3:05 a.m.
Wow.
So I'm like pissed. I'm like, seriously, I woke up because I was making sure I had everything, and then I was like, wait a second, Felicia already left. So I called her. I'm like, "Hey, did you see the text?" She's like, "I just saw it." And I was like, "Yep, the flight got delayed."
Yep.
And not just by like an hour. No, it was like 3 hours. Or no.
Yeah. 2 at that point.
Yeah, 2 at that point. Because at that point we were gonna wait. So I was like, you know what? Felicia's like, "I already left." I'm like, "All right, I'm gonna try and lay down for like another hour or so." And then I laid down and I'm kind of sitting there, and then I'm like, "Okay, fine, I guess I'll get up." As I wake up, guess what? They delayed it again by another like half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm like, "What the?" So I'm like, you know what? At this point, I'm just getting up. So then, we decided to go up. Like, I think I ended up being at mom and dad's just for like an hour, which we were chilling with the dogs. They were happy and everything.
I don't know how long I was there because first I was like, I'm going to go straight there. And then I was like, well, I was gonna go to Quick Trip and get something. I think a snack.
Yeah, you told me on the phone. I'm gonna get a snack.
A snack. But I went to Quick Trip and it looked dark in there. Jeremy told me way after the fact. Sometimes they just turn the lights down, and I didn't know that, so I sat outside.
And she's like, they're closed. I'm like, oh, sometimes they just do that.
So I was just on my phone texting and then I was like, oh, I guess I'll go to Mom and Dad's, and went and laid on the couch. But Winnie and Remy were all like, oh my god.
Yeah. And then Alexander got upset because Winnie decided she wanted to spend more time with her Aunt Felicia. I'm looking for the picture that Tatiana put in the family
If you're watching
chat.
this, you can see that one side of my hair is totally different than the other right now. One's curly and one's blonde. Yep, that was me, and that dog was farting away.
That's her favorite thing to do.
I was
Fart.
very tired.
So then, that's not where it ends, everybody. Multiple layers to this. So then, was it when we got in the car, or was it when we got to the airport? I think it was when we got in the car. They delayed it again for a third time. Yeah,
a little bit.
I don't remember if it was on the way there or if it was when we got to the airport. It was one, I forget.
Airport, because I remember texting about it. I said, there goes another 30 minutes or something.
That's right, because we were like, oh, we're not going to have time. Because by the time we left, we would have had enough time. We're like, oh, we're not going to get Starbucks. And then all of a sudden, that's right. We're like, we got an extra 30 minutes. Guess we're getting Starbucks.
Yeah, so we walked all the way back.
Yep.
It's like the beginning to go get breakfast sandwiches. Everyone had their morning pills ready in the terminal to take, so everyone was
except
eating
Jeremy.
a breakfast
Jeremy
sandwich.
took his. So then, that's not where it ends again. So then, part of the funny thing about the Starbucks thing is like they brought me, because I did pay for my sandwich. I want to point that out. Thaddeus handed me mine. I said, John, where's yours? He said, oh, I couldn't take it. I had to eat it on the way back. I'm like, it's not even that far of a walk. He's like, I couldn't take it no more.
It seemed like a far walk.
Felicia and I had TSA pre-check, and John was laughing at first because he's like, haha, I'm in front of you. We got out way ahead of him.
Oh, yeah.
But I got randomly selected to go through the other thing. But it was like super fast. So then we sat down. And then, your pre-flight bathroom break. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, first
I went.
Yeah, first Felicia went. And I'm like, I got like 20 minutes. I'm going to just wait. All of a sudden, I get an alert on my phone. And it's like, your flight has changed again. Boarding now. I'm like, what? It said it started like 15 minutes ago. I was freaking out. I jumped up. I'm like, before I stand up, I'm like, where is Felicia? She's like, she went to the bathroom. I'm like, it says our flight is boarding now. Now, what? Because the way the terminal is, there's not enough room for you to sit where the gate is. You have to sit at the next gate, and you can't hear. The same thing happened to me and Felicia at this exact same terminal when we went last month. So I jumped up, and I'm like, our gate is way down there. For some reason, I read the California or Florida gate instead of the Wisconsin or Illinois gate. So I'm jumping up. I'm running down. I'm like, I don't know if I told her to call Felicia or Buddhist knew to call you, but either way, she called you.
I'm looking at my watch, and my watch is going off, and I'm still in the bathroom. And I'm like, in my head, I was instantly like, the thing's boarding right now.
Yep. So I'm walking down, and then I realized, I said, I'm going the wrong way. We got to go back. I'm like, it's boarding now. Because it was like 8:20 something, and it said it started boarding at 8:15. It was like 10 minutes, I think. And I'm like, what if we lose our flight? So then I walk over there, and then we just see the sea of people. They literally just said, okay, we can start boarding to, okay, all things are boarding now.
And you know what the weird thing is? Because remember, we pulled up the app at that point to pull up our ticket.
And it was not loading.
We said, that's weird. It's showing us the flight home, but not this flight. But Jeremy had screenshotted, so we went back to those.
No, it wasn't giving me tickets. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. It was showing me the flight home, and then it was wasn't letting me access the ticket there because I thought our flight in the morning had taken off already, which it did not. Thankfully, I took screenshots. Everything was okay. So we ordered the flight. Flight was great. No issues. We did get to Florida later than we wanted, but still early enough. We had just enough time to go to Disney Springs because we were all starving. I got
Blaze Pizza.
Felicia had Blaze Pizza. I forget what Alexandria had.
What did she have? Because I ate by myself.
She just got
caramel apple.
She got a caramel apple. She got something else. And me and the boys had
the boys
had chicken guy. And then we're like, oh, let's get some Dole Whip, because then by then it's like crap. We're like, well, if we missed the first band, it is what it is at this point. And then we got chicken guy. This is the boys at chicken guy.
Yeah, they were taking a long time because I was like, I'll meet you at Dole Whip. And then I was just standing there.
Because it took forever.
I was looking at
This is Alexandra and John when they just landed at the airport. Look how happy they are. They love each other. Let's see. Our line took forever. And then I wasn't going to get it, but I was like, let me get this fancy Dole Whip. So this is Dole Whip.
Oh, yeah, still got to post that picture.
And it was leaking ever, but it was delicious.
Hey, yo.
So then we decided, okay, let's head to the show. So we head to the show.
Well, first we went to the hotel.
That's what I mean. We went to the hotel. We got
had
in,
a little snag with
a little snag you there.
you
can talk about that because I wasn't in there.
It took forever because she's like, okay, you owe this much. And I was like, no, I paid it already online. She's like, no, it says on here you didn't pay when you booked. I said, no, I didn't pay when I booked, but I did went on there. It was either the day before or the day before that. And I was like, I paid. And I was like, I have the emailed receipt. And I was like, I'll show you. And she's just like, okay. She's like, well, I don't know how long I talked to somebody. And that was taking forever, whenever. And then she's like, well, I just have to check in you later. It's not going through. I was like, well, can I get my room key? And she's like, yeah. So she gave us the room key, and then we were able to.
Yeah, because we were waiting outside grabbing stuff, and then finally we're like, you know what? Let's just go inside, and like in case something's going on. And as we walk in, she's saying, like, oh, thank you. And she's like, oh, there you guys are. Because we wanted the doors open at 5. We wanted to be there at 5. We didn't get there till like, I think almost 6.
I do have to say we only spent one night there, but actually it was a nice hotel.
Oh yeah, we got free. The breakfast is okay, but it was free, so I mean you can't complain about that.
The room was nice.
Very nice. It was like separated and stuff. I even brought my Roku, which I ended up giving to the kids for them to listen to music, or not music, the fan. Excuse me.
We had, because we went to we pretty much got in. Everybody like changed really fast, and we were like, all right, we gotta go.
Except the boys. The boys said we're staying the same. Thaddeus had to go down to the lobby, and we had to wait for him. That's all I'll say.
Oh yeah.
Thank God he felt better afterwards. So then we left. Or no, before that happened, we stopped and got some Red Bulls, Shred Bulls.
Yeah.
And is that when I got my honey bun? Did I get my honey? No, wanted to get my honey bun. Or was that the next day?
That's when you got it.
Was it that day?
Yeah. No.
No, maybe that was the next day. Whenever I got my honey bun, I think it was the next day. Whenever I had that honey bun, delicious, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. Or maybe it was the last trip. Anyways, we got Red Bull, and then Thaddeus, or John's like, oh, let me have a Red Bull. We all got 2. I don't know about Boo, but I know we got 2. Me, Felicia, John, and Thaddeus. We got 2 so we could have a second one because we had like a little over an hour drive. It was a little bit of traffic, so it made it a little longer. I remember we said, okay, 30 minutes away. We're drinking another Red Bull, so we're ready. So then we hit that mark, and it's like, all right, all of a sudden you're, yeah. And Thaddeus is trying to be nice to his buddy Jonathan and goes to hand him an open Red Bull. Well, John grabbed it weird and tried to tip it, and then he spilled it on himself.
John had, this is the top, and John had his hand upside down like this and went to grab it and did it like this. And I'm like, John, you're spilling. And he's like,
and this and John told us, I only brought 1 pair of shorts.
Oops.
I'm like, what? Like, he had like literally nothing in his backpack.
Nothing. Bare minimum.
And then he also said he had 1 pair of underwear just for the next day.
How do you
like,
pack like
crazy.
that? What if something happens?
We were staying for 1 night, and I brought like 4 pairs of underwear.
I think I brought like 5.
You never know.
Maybe 6.
Thaddeus might have needed it. So then, yeah, we get to the hotel. Then we go to the show, which I paid for, not premium parking, general parking, I think. It was always you had to park far away. Thaddeus goes to turn. He's like, oh, here we are. We're like, you can't turn there. You can't turn there. He's like, but the GPS says so. We're like, Thaddeus, it's literally blocked off. You cannot
we were
park
having
there.
trouble getting in.
So then he's like, so then it would turn into the bit from like The Office. It can't mean that. So then we finally get to parking, and then Thaddeus is like, okay, pay attention, because I might not understand what they're saying. Like, okay. So like, oh, go over here, blah, blah, blah. Thaddeus is like, all right, thank you. As soon as he pulled away, what'd she say? Where do I go? I'm like, follow the person in front of you. Okay. So then Thaddeus goes to that spot, and he tries to cut someone off. We're like, Thaddeus
said, go ahead. So he thought he meant go around.
I meant keep going, following the lane of traffic. Thaddeus is like, okay, time to go around. We did get good parking, though. Actually, wasn't too far. So we finally get in, and then we seen, which I will say I had a fanny pack, and there was no backpacks allowed. As we're walking up, I hear one of the security say, there's no backpacks allowed. And he literally pointed. He said, what is the first thing that sign says? No backpacks. What did you bring? A backpack. You can't bring that in here. I'm like,
I would be embarrassed.
Me too. I'd be like, oh boy. I had a fanny. They didn't even check my fanny pack. Like, yeah, go ahead. I just think because sometimes people do whatever. I just had my camera and so then we walk in, and then we're like, oh, there's merch. And we look like it's a long line. Felicia looked at me. She said, if you don't go online now, you're not going to get it. I'm like, all right, screw it. So I timed it. Took 30 minutes. I bought a hat and a shirt. Better days. Very nice stuff. And a fanny pack, which actually I bought the fanny pack. And then the person who gave me the merch, she's like, oh, that's a nice fanny pack. I was like, I know. So then I go to pay, and then my card gets declined. And then she's like, oh, take your glasses off. Maybe that's why. I do it again. Gets a decline. So I'm like, oh. I'm like, I know I got money because I literally just got paid yesterday. Like,
that's what everybody says.
But it was literally impossible for that to get declined. Okay? Literally impossible. And then I just use my credit card. And then as I walk away, I get a text. Fraudulent charge. Did you just try to spend this much money at Mid-Florida? I'm like, That's why it didn't work, because it thought it was a fraud alert. I'm thinking, you had no problem.
Stupid.
Let me buy that Red Bull about an
Yeah,
hour
right?
ago. I'm like, what the hell? So I got through. I put on my credit card. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I'm like, at least I bought it. Because, no matter what, it always feels embarrassing when your card doesn't go through.
Oh, yeah.
Because they always give you that look. But she actually was real nice about it. So then we got in. We heard the first band playing, which was like, it's okay. Then we got to our seats, and then State Champs came on. We've seen the State Champs before at Warped Tour back in the day. The time I was thinking of was 2016, because that's when they were both in the amphitheater. And we heard them play Elevate, which they played Elevate today. I was for some reason, I thought the band was So Far, and then I heard that song. I was like, oh, never mind, it was State Champs. Because remember they started playing it, you're like, oh, we got to stop. You're like, I like this song. Let me play a little snippet for the people. It's been stuck in my head ever since we saw it. I like the one line in the song, shaking your head doesn't change things. I was like, you tell them. For some reason, my phone doesn't want to load down here. Also, random fact, Spotify now has lossless audio. Felicia was able to do it first, and now I did it. I was like, oh, look at that. We did it on the trip, actually.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'm using the internet to do this, and then I'm also trying to download the update
He's
for
using
Fortnite.
all the internet.
And then they got Doug streaming his baseball game up there. Anyway, actually, maybe it's just Spotify's down. Let me go on Apple Music here.
I was going to say.
State Champs. We're talking about State Champs.
Then, yeah, they were really
their
good.
intro. Felicia joked with me and the boys. She's like, oh, they sold your intro because it was like the air raid siren. They were just like, wow.
And then after them was Yellow Card.
Yellow Card, which I just say as a whole, Yellow Card, amazing. They always are. That was my 9th or 8th time seeing them.
Their production was also really good.
It was like a legit movie. Like they had my vlog for it is posted. They had video clips, like audio from video stuff, like weaved into their set, whatever. They had to play some new songs from their new album, which is coming out October 10th, which they announced today. Places all around the country are going to be doing a listening party the night before. One is in Wisconsin. I looked, it's like an hour and I think hour 15 from my house.
I did see that.
It's like 6 p.m. on the Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, anything could happen. I sent it to Thaddeus. He said, let's go. Thaddeus is like, let her rip. I'm thinking the night before, because my MRI is the next day. I'm like, that would get my mind off it for sure. Speaking of which, I wrote the doctor today. I'm like, hey, I'm feeling a little anxious about it. They wrote back. I forgot to respond. I didn't even look at it yet. Anyways, so State Champs comes on the kick. They're awesome, which I found out yesterday. I was telling John and Thaddeus, I was at Mom and Dad's house yesterday. The day after we went was the last show of that leg of the tour. Now they're off for like a month, and then they go back again.
Interesting.
Then they're going to have the Wonder Years, which the Wonder Years is the band that when we saw in 2012 at the House of Blues, when the lead singer jumped in the crowd and he landed on me. And I went backwards. Wee. That's Don't Let Me Cave In is that one.
I do really like Yellow Card's sign they have behind them right now for this tour.
Oh, yeah. It's
the
like,
light up Yellow Card sign.
They have like a lot of production on this one. They had flames.
Lot of production. Oh,
flames
yeah.
and
Lots
everything.
of flame balls.
I love it.
Obviously, at that professional level, I feel like you're always just like really tight, but they were like
they were like
tightest I've ever heard.
I'm looking for like a picture I took of the show. So this is the thing she's talking about. But
I love it.
The wording of Yellow Card changed throughout the show. Which, if you notice there, the drummer is on top of a VHS tape. Like, who thinks of this stuff? That's amazing.
The whole thing was just like amazing, and just like I love when they play songs that, like the new ones, but then also ones like you grew up with.
Oh, you can't see it. That's all the
I got
confetti
one
in
at
the air.
night.
I do too, but it was a video. Fantastic. They opened the set with Only One. Which
huge stage
before
as well.
that, oh yeah, I looked. It's like just in the
here's
seats
the
was like
sunset I was
9,000.
talking about.
Yeah. Their intro was Top Gun.
Yep.
I was like, oh, and they did a really good job at it. Like they put their own spin on it. They started Only One, which of course that always gets a big crowd reaction. Which for me, excuse me again, sorry. It was weird in a way for them to hear play Only One because I'm used to them playing it like way later in the set, like almost last.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool because then to me it makes sense because after one of the first few songs they asked like who's seen us before, like oh us whatever, like who hasn't. It was like I'd say probably maybe close to half, if not a little bit more than that.
More than half has they didn't see him
Maybe
before.
even
Me and Jeremy looked at each other like
maybe even
what?
3/4. The people behind us definitely seen him because they were singing the whole time. The person behind me, he's like, "Are you a drummer?" I was like, "He's like, I can tell." I was like, "Look at him go," or something like that. Or no, he's like, "Whoa."
That is the thing I do enjoy, like the bands that are touring again, is like I feel like everyone is like around our age and like they're just there to have a good time.
Right.
be
I'm looking for the set
nice
list so
to
we can
each
look at
other
it.
and singing
And then
and stuff.
one thing I will say is, I know there's a thing that people do of they'll look at the set list before the set. I don't do that. I refuse to
love
do it.
to be
I want to be.
surprised.
I want to be surprised.
Love to be surprised.
Yeah, they did
Please
Top
do.
Gun, only one. Then they had like a little interlude. I forget what movie it was, and then went to Lights and Sounds. Breathing. Honestly, Ouch, a new song, fantastic. Kick. Believe, always a banger. Way Away. Light Up the Sky, which I haven't seen Light Up the Sky live since 2016. I think it was, when for their final
that was
show.
a vibe.
Remember afterwards, we were talking to Kevin, which we'll get into that. It's a little foreshadowing for you guys there.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, did they play Light Up the Sky?" I'm like, "Actually, they did." He's like, "That's my favorite song by them." I was like, "Really?" I was like, "Oh, I love that song. Fantastic." The only song I wish they played was "Rough Landing Holly" because that's one of my favorites by them. Bedroom Poster is also a new one. Fantastic.
Love it.
Keeper, they decided to bring that back. I think it was last year or year before. Year before last year, I think. Let me think. No, last year. They decided to bring that back because it was like an older song from Paper Walls that they said the execs at the time were like, "Oh, this song would be huge," and then everything fell apart with Capitol Records, and then they like broke up. For You and Your Denial, loved hearing that again. That's a banger too. Awakening, also, I love the way they did that. Instead of like him doing the singing the intro, they had everyone else sing the part,
Yeah.
like the chorus, and they went into it. With You Around, also banger, and then Better Days, the brand new #1 single. It hit #1. Their first song to ever hit #1,
Wild to me.
which is crazy because it beat out Ocean Avenue.
Wild.
That song, because I was telling them before, I'm like, Ryan Key like mentioned like when that song goes live, they put it before the last song, which is obviously finished with Ocean Avenue. He said they put that song to like right before the end of the set, and like you see as many phones in the air with that song as it is with Ocean Avenue.
Which is wild.
I know, right? But it's still a fantastic song. I love that song. Yeah, my internet's not liking me right now. I mean, down here is kind of a dungeon, but still. Yeah, so they play Better Days, fantastic, and then Ocean Avenue, which then they had the confetti and all that, which I did have a piece of the confetti in my fanny pack over there. I found one on the ground.
So after Yellow Card, we decided to do a potty break.
Potty break.
Boo didn't go potty. We did.
She stood back and she said she just vibing with the songs between the bands.
I go to the bathroom, I walk out, and I hear Felicia. And I
She's
say,
like,
Jeremy.
Because we're just like, that was amazing. I'm like, I'm up here. This is great.
But then
This is where things took a little bit of a turn. So me and the boys go to the bathroom. It's a little bit of wait. Which there was a guy that's like, just go through the exit. It's going to be way faster. I'm like, I'm not doing that. So we get in and we get out, and then I felt my phone go off because I had put my phone, or no, I decided to look at it because I put it on Do Not Disturb because I don't want to be bothered during the show, which I kind of like that because at other shows I usually don't do that. I'm like, I think I'm going to do that more often. Then you're just in the moment. Anyways, I look and it's like, oh, there's been an update to your flight. I'm like, it got delayed again? I'm like, that's weird. Why does it say it's at 7 something at night? And then I open up the Spirit app. It says it departed. It was already like 9:15 at this point. I'm like, no. So then I start looking through my email. I start looking through screenshots I sent. Jeremy booked the wrong flight home. I booked a flight
to me
for
that happened.
the
day we flew in.
The day we flew in. I figured out we would have literally had like 4 hours to do something before we flew back.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the gonna do? Felicia's like, this is what it is. So we get back. Before I can even say where Thaddeus runs past me and Felicia and runs to tell Boo. Boo just looks like, are you serious? I'm like, he's not lying. It's true. She's like, I was just over here vibing, and all of a sudden, what? And I'm like, what are you going to do? I guess.
Now Day Remember is going to start soon.
I didn't say, what are you going to do, actually. I'm the one who was freaking out. I was starting to have a panic attack.
Jeremy was freaking out.
I'm just like, what are you going to do? And then all of a sudden, this intro starts, and then all of a sudden, I'll put the video on the screen for you guys, but this is so the audio so you can hear it. Next thing you know, this is what happens. That was Felicia. She was hype.
I said, beep, we live here. Oh, I was hyped. I was in a fantastic mood. I was great. My thing is, there could be way worse places to be stuck than Florida.
That is true.
Before they started.
And at a show.
Oh, yeah. I started like looking up flights, and I'm like.
Yeah. Then John was looking up
we're gonna
like.
Figure it out. We're going to figure it out.
We had enough time in between from our initial shock to start actually game planning a little bit. Like we actually started looking at flights. We started looking at, hey, what if we just said screw it and drove home? Like
Which would be like 20 hours.
Yeah. John's like, oh, we can do it. Just drink a couple Shred Bulls. We'd be good.
But I did the pricing, and it was going to cost more to drive.
Yeah, because then like it would have up front it would have cost less, but then you would have had to also pay for gas and also just the time to drive.
Mhm.
So then the intro starts. Felicia, I remember she's looked at me. We'll figure it out. I'm like, we need to figure it out. She's like, they're about to start. We'll just figure it out. And then they open with which that song always reminds me of Rock Band because that's where I first heard it with Brandon. It's the first song I ever heard by them. It was actually from Rock Band back in the day. I'm like, what is this? Brandon's like, I didn't remember. I was like, ooh, I like this. Because we went to playoffs and you're da 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 da. That's a fun sound to play a drum. So, excuse me. Throughout the show, I'm like looking. I'm like, what are we gonna do? And Boo and them were just like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not mad. It just is what it is. We'll deal with it later. I'm like, okay. So,
yeah, Jeremy's like, are you mad? I said, no, I ain't mad.
So I even put it in the vlog. I'm like, you mad? They're like, no, I'm not mad. It's chill, whatever. They're just like, yeah, whatever.
That was the happiest I've been in a while, so I was happy our flight.
I'll show you how happy she was.
Our flight got messed up.
Where is it?
That was fantastic for me.
I guess I didn't save it. Let me look at the...
no one responded in
chats. No one responded in the family chat.
To it. You put it in the family chat, I think, and the house
yes,
chat
I did.
last night.
I put it in both. Nobody cares, I guess, how happy Felicia was.
Yeah, look at it. I was happy for once.
Love that song. That's a new song.
Good song.
If you knew what she said, remember we were stuck and we were at the concert? Felicia just vibing.
Yeah, it was a great time. But yeah, they had their set, amazing set. Still sound fantastic.
First time I ever seen them live. I wish I was seen them live before because they sounded so damn good.
They're good.
Then they're actually playing in not Chicago, Illinois, like 3 hours away, November 1st, which is actually just under a month away. I bought a hotel, or not bought, I booked a hotel, but I didn't pay for anything yet. When Felicia did the same as her, I was like, what if we go? So there's talk we might go. We're to see. Which I also found out the same day, Play My Tees and We the Kings are in Chicago. But I'm like, but Yellow Card.
Yes.
That was such a good show. Plus, I also kind of want to see it again and not have the thought in my mind watching a day to remember of like, what are we going to do when we get home? Because I also had that in the back of my head.
What are we gonna do?
That was me the whole time. Like, it was enjoyable at the same time. Like, I was headbanging. I almost passed out at one point because I was headbanging so hard.
I told him to stop.
But
then we get to the car and like, there was not people directing traffic and it was just, everyone was just stuck.
It was a literal free-for-all. A free-for-all. Like, there was nobody directing
and everyone
anybody.
Was just stuck. And we're like, where are we going to go eat? And we're like, we're going to go to Taco Bell.
Which is funny because I seen I put on my story yesterday. It was a post from Taco Bell themselves. And it was like this and Taco Bell afterwards. And it was Hot Mulligan singing a song. But I was like, yeah, that's us. How that became Me and Felicia's thing, I don't know. Because we did that after Summerfest one time. We did it this time. I will say this. Since I've lost weight, especially recently, McDonald's is not like my tummy. Like, I had McDonald's on Monday night. I woke up Tuesday morning. My tummy was not happy for work. That's all I'm going to say. I actually was 10 minutes late to work. I'll just leave it at that.
Sometimes it happens. This Taco Bell wasn't as good as the Summerfest Taco Bell.
And they also messed up our order.
They did. We had to go back in.
It was good, but I think it was also tainted just because of everything it took to get there. I was going to say something else about it. So we get our Taco Bell, which they messed up. They're like, here's your food, whatever. And then we go forward. And Felicia's like, hold on. Because Daddy used to drive it. And he was about to leave. She's like, hold on. She had him stop. She's like, this ain't our food. There's like 2 things in here. He's like, you serious? He was going to back up. There's already some behind us. And he was about to go in the drive-thru. And Felicia said, you're not going through the drive-thru again. Park over there.
Yeah.
So then they get out. It's just me and Boo are in the car. All of a sudden, we're just chilling there. I'm getting kind of cold. Boo just like, is that me or is it cold in here? I'm like, it's freezing in this car. She's like, can you turn it off? It was so cold. So then they came back. We finally got our food. We got back, whatever. And someone said something on one of the tacos, like, what the is this? I was like, this ain't what I ordered. I'm like, that's because it's mine. Oh.
No.
Because Felicia ran to the shower. So we ate the Taco Bell. I was like, oh, that's good. And then,
Then I went to go get cookies.
Yeah, she went to go get cookies.
Insomnia cookies.
And
then I was like, okay, so I'm going to go get these cookies. We can eat them in the morning as a little treat. And text me and tell me what this situation is so we can...
Well, she's waiting to hear from Spirit.
Yes, because I was also waiting at the same time in like a chat with them. I was like, and I'm going to tell you what they said, but you guys like figure out what are we doing? Because at this point we had all kind of loosely discussed about leaving on Monday. I was just gonna call in or whatever. And everyone's like, okay, okay. And I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, because originally I had already taken off the day off on Monday because I'm like, our flight's not getting back to 10. I'm just gonna take the day off because I have PTOs to burn. Because if you don't use it, you lose it. I'm like, I'm not losing it.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, they'll be texting me soon, and then picking out cookies and stuff, and I'm like, not really hearing nothing. Then I'm talking to Spirit, so I'm going in the chat. I'm like, I need to know this, I need to know that, and nothing really transpired after that.
And my defense was almost 3 a.m. and I was exhausted.
Well, before that, I mean.
Yeah, that's true.
So I was like, what are we doing? I thought we were gonna figure it out. Spirit obviously wouldn't do anything because we had missed the flight.
Not on purpose, but...
So...
Which sucks, because that was a really cheap flight we got too. Like, man, this is a great deal. And I'm like, well, that's probably why it was such a great deal. Because I messed up.
Well, I thought Sunday, when I looked at Sunday, was the same price. I don't know what
That's
happened.
the weird thing, because, like, I know for sure the price on Sunday was that. Because remember, I even clicked Saturday at first, and I switched to Sunday. I'm like, yo, it's cheap. It's $44. And I'm like, I'm just going to buy it. And then I don't know what happened. I even put in the chat, I was like, oh, Sunday the 27th.
God said no, Jeremy.
I'm just like, what the heck?
So we wake up the next day.
Excuse me, sorry.
Boo had booked a ticket for her, Thaddeus, and John to leave that day. It's Sunday at this point.
It's 3, but there was 5.
So, and then Boo's like, she texted in our group chat about the thing, and then she's like, guys want to go to breakfast? They're done in 30 minutes. So me and Jeremy get out of bed, brush our teeth, we go down, we're eating breakfast. And nobody's talking about the tickets. I will say that. And I'm like, hey,
No.
what's the situation? What's going on? Oh, yeah, we got the tickets. And we have one rental car. We are in Tampa at this point.
The flight's in Orlando.
The flight's in Orlando. I was like, so what are we doing?
And the rental car has to be returned that day. That night.
So, yeah, it was like, I don't know, think about that. So I'm like, okay. So they were done eating. And then me and Jeremy are like, okay, we got to figure out how are we getting home? What are we doing? So we're like looking up all these different prices, all this different stuff. We'd already had planned we were going to see Kevin's band play that early afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
So we had to figure all this stuff out. And then I ended up finding a flight for that next day. But then I'm like, okay, we got to find out how much is a rental. And we only can split it 2 ways, so whatever.
Which that kind of sucked because I was like, hey, I got enough points. So it'll be like $9. You're like, sweet. And then they're like, you already have a rental car in Orlando, so you can't.
Yeah, so I had to
never mind.
Book it through me. So
because we were going to use like Turo or something, but it actually was cheaper through Enterprise.
Yeah, because
I think
can't take
there
Turo
were some other ones
else.
like Alamo and stuff, but I was like, at this point, I was like, you know what? Even if it's a couple bucks, just do Enterprise because it should be easier.
And be done with it.
So
then we were looking, and I'm like, I don't want to spend money on another hotel room, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, should I just...
Best buddy.
I said, should I just call Kevin and ask? And he's like, do it. So
I will say...
What?
I will say, we did verify that we had a place to stay before we booked the thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, we were waiting to book it.
Yeah. Because our thing was, well, if all else fails, I guess we're just going to have to just get the flight with them today. Like, if we were not able to get the flight home or, like, have a place to stay or whatever. Like, that was, like, last resort at that point.
So I
Carly's
called
looking
him.
at all of her hair flying in the air. She's like, oh,
his
what's
phone was
that?
still on Do Not Disturb, so I called him 6 times.
Because he had a show, or no, he didn't have a show the night before. They practiced instead or something, I think he said. Anyways.
Yeah, so he was like, well, then later on, he's like, I don't want to go through if you call it twice, but sometimes it does that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So then he called back, and then for some reason the connection was weird. He couldn't hear me. So then I called him back again, and I was like, hey, I got a favor. And he's like, what's up? But I was like, told him the situation. He's like, yeah, I don't care. Come stay, whatever. So then me and Jeremy were like, all right, we'll go ahead and book it. So then we had to figure out the idea of getting the rental car we already had back. So we came up with, we were all going to go to the show, and then they would drop us off at the Tampa airport where we were going to get our new rental car.
Mm-hmm.
Then they were going to take their rental car that Jeremy had and drive to Orlando to return that to fly out of there. And then we would take our rental car and just go to Kevin's place.
That's right. The only thing is when they took theirs back, they had to take the damn, my phone apparently has no internet right now. What's up with that? I'll just do the real restart. Apparently, because I'm totally not looking up DoorDash right now. Apparently, or no, not apparently, they took the iPass thing home, which turns out it's still in my bag. I gotta grab that.
I'm gonna have to do thumbs up.
I don't mean to do. Well, because I'm trying to log in now on my computer and I have to get a code and I'm like, what? That's weird. Anyway, so it took them longer to get there, whatever. But everything ended up being okay. So we ended up getting the car, and then I remember we got confused at first because we're like, we were like, hopefully we don't have to go through the damn what do you call it?
Like the gates.
Yeah, because
with a ticket.
I'm like, oh, drop us off here. And then we ended up getting dropped out in the wrong spot. That's on me because I was like, oh, Kevin always picked us up here, so just go to the opposite spot. Turns out if it would have dropped us off where Kevin always picked us up the last times, we would have been fine.
Yeah.
So, well, actually just the 2 times when he picked us up and dropped us off. So then we got the car, which that's another thing that happened. We get the car.
Oh, yeah.
We finally got to where the car is. And then, well, first we got in the tram, and then Felicia went to get off, and I stopped. I'm like, Felicia, we don't get off here. Felicia. We're like, huh? I said, this is not it. Oh. She walked back in. She's like, sorry. She's like, I just heard the thing go off. I was like, okay, time to get the car. She said she was starting to look around. I'm like, huh. Well, where's that rental car at? So then we get in. So then we're like, okay. She's like, what do you want? I'm like, well, we said Toyota Corolla. We found a nice one. It was a nice, like, dark gray. It was like blacked out wheels. I was like, let's get that.
Nice.
Felicia gets in. This is Felicia. She's like, what am I doing wrong?
I was like, can you start this car? What's wrong with it?
She's like, hit the brake. I'm like, hit the brake. She's like, you do it. I get in there. I said, Felicia, this car is dead. There's no lights or nothing. She's like, huh. Well, I guess we're not picking that car. We ended up getting a Nissan Sentra. Blue.
It was nice.
Black wheels actually was nice. It had some decent pickup on it too. So we ended up getting that, which the gas on that, I put, what was it, like $13 and it was like quarter of a tank. It was like nothing. It was fantastic. So then, yeah, we went from there. Where did we go from there afterwards? Then
did we go straight to his place? Because I feel like it was taking us a long time to get there. I think we went straight to his place.
I feel like we did. We did, or did we stop somewhere? No, because we did go straight.
Yeah, I was driving.
Because he was already there. That's right. Yeah, because you were driving because it was under your name. Yeah, so we got to his place. We parked. It did feel like it took a long while. I don't know why.
Because I remember he was like, I think because it took us so long to get through the airport and find where the thing was. Because I kept like
took a little
updating
bit,
him, and I was like,
it was confusing.
I was like, oh, we're at the airport. Should be soon. And then I was like, we got to find where it's at. And then I was like, I don't know. It's taking a while. But it was taking longer than we had anticipated. Mm-hmm. But then we got there, chilled, watched some TV.
He talked about his show that happened that day, which I don't need to talk about that because that's his whole thing.
And then we were like, we're going to get dinner. We went to Anthony's. I loved my pizza.
Oh, that was that.
It was a garlic olive oil instead of sauce, and it had roasted cauliflower on it, and it was so good. Oh, and red pepper flakes.
The only thing I'll say is that before his set started, before he was with his band, whatever, we were talking about technology and stuff. He's like, yeah, technology is great until it don't work, and then they had technical difficulties right the first song.
Yep, sometimes that happens.
I was like, did I just jinx him?
Jeremy, didn't knock on wood.
Should I get Cool Ranch Doritos or Nacho Doritos?
Cool Ranch.
Absolutely.
So we had the pizza.
I'm looking at Jersey Mike.
Thank you, Kevin, for paying for the meal.
And for Comptus. It's the least he could do, right?
Then we was like, we're gonna go to Dave and Buster's. We're like, yeah, let's go. Shout out Kevin. He actually paid for us to play the arcade games.
Yep. He put 20, I think it's 30 something bucks. Is
I think he said 40.
Because it's so much at first, and it's like, if you spend a little bit more, you get this. We spent that within probably like 15, 20 minutes. Like it was like.
It went quick.
Oh yeah. But Felicia did get, do you have the thing with you?
It's not right here.
She got a toy.
I got a toy. I got a fidget that looks like a French fry. I got some gummy bears, and I got a stuffed animal.
You finally won't lose your damn ring now.
Maybe not.
Well, she did get it finally back because it's been at Kevin's house.
Yep, I did get that back, so that's good. And then I got like this rainbow dolphin plush, so that was cute. And then the funny thing is we got in the car, and Jeremy was like, Twisty Treat? And Kevin's like, dude, he's like, I'm looking at it right now. And he showed us, he was looking on maps. It showed all the Twisty Treats. To find the closest
one, yeah. He's like,
I was like, how kind of you to look that up.
He
doesn't really.
Yeah, he said, I don't really like it. He said, but I know you guys do. He said so. Because he asked us last time, he's like, why do you guys like it so much? He's like, it's ice cream. Like, we don't have it. He's like, it's like Dairy Queen. Like, no, it's different. Like, you don't understand. Different. So I was like, all right. So I end up driving because Felicia doesn't really drive at night. And then Kevin's like, I don't have my glasses. I was like, I'll drive, no big deal. So.
Well, then I was like, I need a dairy pill. I was like, I guess I won't get ice cream. They're like, we'll just go back.
Yeah, I'm like, we can go back. Felicia's like, no. He's like, we're gonna pass my house. Like, it's fine. I'm like, I don't care.
Plus, he had pizza to put away.
Yeah, anyways. Felicia's like, well, if you say so, okay. So we drove back. We got the pills, the dairy pills, and she did get me one too. Thank you very much. And then we went and got the ice cream. But I don't know what it was. It was like extra delicious. I felt bad for Felicia though because she wanted strawberry ice cream with chocolate sprinkles. They gave her rainbow sprinkles right away.
I
This was
could have
her.
said something, but I was like,
She's
no.
like, oh. Well, first she handed it to me. I'm like, that's not mine, Felicia. That person even looked like, what? She's like, oh, okay.
It was so good. It just wasn't
Oh,
what
yeah.
I wanted. So it was fine. And
Mhm.
then we went back, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we started that movie, Spirited
No,
Away.
You went somewhere first. Where'd you go?
Oh, we went to go eat cookies again,
Yeah,
right?
that's what it was. Yeah, because we got back and I'm like,
I was thinking,
tired.
I'm like, I feel like that was later.
Yeah.
So,
And you're like, oh, we're gonna get cookies, and I go. I'm like, no, I'm okay. I was just sitting on my
because
phone.
we went to go move his drums.
That's what it
And
was.
when we were out there, I was like, cookies sound good. And I was like, I'll text Jeremy and see. And Jeremy didn't answer. And I was like, do you want to
'Cause I
go
was-
cookies?
I
Jeremy's
was
like,
starting
no,
to
I don't.
I was starting to fall asleep, and as you walked in, I saw, oh, Felicia texted me. Then Felicia, do you want to get cookies? Or whatever you
Jeremy's
said
sleep schedule is just a little different.
a little different. I was falling asleep on the couch.
I'm like, so you don't want cookies? He was like,
no. I'm like,
So we went to go get cookies at Insomnia Cookie,
mhm.
and we were in the parking lot, and this car was driving towards us, and it was at the point where I was thinking, like, you were about to get hit head on, and then all of a sudden, we could hear their actually things squealing, and then they turned at the last second. We were both like, what the Literally happened right when we were about to pull in our spot. So
Ow.
we pulled in the spot, we went and got our cookies. Delicious. And then we came back and we were like, Jeremy, you won't imagine this is happening. He was like, okay. And then
And like, Kevin's like, you want to Spirited Away? I'm like, no, I don't. He's like, oh.
no, he don't.
He's like, well, I can go to bed. Felicia just looked like, no. I'm like,
I wonder what
you
movie.
guys can watch it. It's fine.
The thing was, we started it. It's good. It's
They were nice,
by the
and they
people who
did
make
air up
Kiki's.
the mattress for me. I will say
Mhm.
that.
It's by the people who make Kiki's Delivery Service.
Spirited Away.
We didn't get to finish it because, well, Jeremy was already asleep, and then I fell asleep.
Well, I was like on and off, and then I woke up at
I
one
fell asleep
point.
in all my clothes, like my jeans
Yeah.
and everything.
It was funny because at one point I woke up and I heard someone turn the movie off, and then they immediately did put the fan video on that I had there last time we stayed there.
I thought that was so nice.
It was Kevin. I thought it was Felicia. He's like, no,
No,
it was and
I
then
didn't
felt
know
something
that
move by.
he-
Yeah, I
he
felt
thought-
something move by
Oh.
my bed, and he's like, that was me because it was my backpack. I was like,
I
oh.
didn't know that he remembered that we put the fan on
It's
YouTube.
like, oh, how nice. So then Felicia said she woke up and she looked around like,
I
what?
woke up at like 4 a.m. and I was like, what the
That was me the night before when I woke up on Sunday morning after the show, because I woke up and I literally freaked out for a second. I'm like, where the am I? It took me a second, and I was like, okay, everything's okay, we're good. But and I woke up, I'm just looking around, and then I saw it was like 8 something. I was like, oh, we're good. I lay back down. I hear Felicia get up. I look. It was 10 o'clock. Turns out
don't know
his
what
clock was off
happened.
by an hour. I was like, well, because we and Felicia were like, oh, we'll get up early. We'll go to Disney Springs, go to a resort. I'm like, well, I guess we're not going now. She's like, nope. She's like, no one's setting an alarm. I was like, I fell asleep. I didn't even think about it.
I was asleep. So,
So then we went to First Watch for breakfast with Kevin.
yeah, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you. And then he led us on our merry way. We did stop at Disney Springs one last time. I got
Then
another
we
Dole
got a
Whip.
Shred Bowl.
First we got Shred Bowl. We drove to Disney Springs because we're flying out of Orlando, so you might as well, you know.
Got to do it.
Because we literally had enough time to either do that or get to the airport like an extra hour early. We're like, we're not doing that. So plus we have TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
So we got there. First I went to the bathroom because I had to pee really bad,
Got to.
and then because the Shred Bowl.
Shred Bowl.
We went and got our Dole Whip, which I want a vanilla. They said over out, so I want a chocolate. Then they said, well, let's still mix. You want anything else? I'm like, give me that marshmallow one. Marshmallow was actually really good. I will say, very, very good. I seen someone wearing that Lost Bros shirt about the Warp Tour one. I was
Yeah,
like, hey,
so
look
did
at that.
I.
Then what did we do? Then Felicia had hers. Which you got pineapple?
Yeah, my favorite.
And then it was like, well, time to go. So we like wave goodbye. We're like, bye. I love you.
I
See
love
you.
you.
See you whenever we see you. And then, then we went to the airport, dropped off the car, no issues there. Which it was funny there on the way back because I remember I told Thaddeus the same thing the day before. I'm like, when you drop off the rental car, because this happened to me many times, I'm like, get all the way over to the left. He's like, the left lane. I'm like, no, literally get as far over as you can because that's many times. I remember that one time. Remember it was at night too. It took us 3 times for us to get through because he kept passing it. And I remember Felicia got in the left lane. She's like, nope, I need to get over one. I'm like, I'm telling you don't. So I'm
That's
just
what
like,
the
okay.
sign said.
I'm like, so I just was quiet, and she got over. She's like, oh, what the you need to get over. I'm like, I told you.
It's confusing.
It's the way they have the signs. It makes you feel like that's right there. At the last second, it's like, oh, this left lane all the way over to the end. Yeah, you need when cut in front of traffic and go there.
Ridiculous.
I did too many times. So Orlando, fix that. Tampa,
Yeah.
no issue at all. That
Oh,
one's
no.
easier. Yeah. So then we flew home. Thanks out to Mom and Dad again.
Yeah, picking us up.
Actually, when we were at Kevin's house, I think we were at Kevin's house. Yeah, when we were at Kevin's house when they texted us, like, "Hey, Dad texted me," or no, we were eating at Anthony's. Because he was asking, he's like, "What are you guys doing for a ride home?" I was like, "I'll text my parents." I was like, "Hey, never mind, my dad texted me." Yeah. He's like, "Hey, Jeremy, sorry it sucks about the flight. I'll see you tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, perfect, thank you." Mm-hmm. And then that was a cool thing too. Our flight was supposed to land at like 8:15. We actually landed just before 7.
Yeah.
So we actually got home like an extra, I think, like maybe probably all after everything, probably like an extra hour early. And then I remember I was driving home and I saw McDonald's. I'm like, my stomach's gonna hurt. I'm like, but it was one of those things where you're just so hungry. You're like, I just need anything right now. I got a 10-piece, a large fry and a large drink. I drank the whole drink because I was so thirsty. But the fries I had maybe half, if that, and not even all the chicken nuggets. And I was like, I'm good. And then I woke up as I'm laying in bed, I'm like, I'm gonna regret this. I woke up the next morning and my stomach was not happy. I'm like, oh man, like I can't do it no more. But Taco Bell, no issue whatsoever.
Yeah, that's wild,
none.
Right?
Which used to be reverse. I don't know what changed.
I don't know.
But then yeah, so that was our trip. Yellow card 10 out of 10. That was my 8th time. I was trying to think of how many times it was for Felicia.
I don't know.
So 2006.
I had a great fun time though.
12, 16. Because last time you saw them was when? Warped Tour?
Probably. I don't know. My hair's a mess.
So you saw them 2006 when I did. You saw them 2012. Then you saw them, Warped Tour 2016, and you saw them. So what is it, like every 6 years or something? You finally see Yellow Card?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because 2006, and it was 6 years later, 2012. Well, then it was 4 years later in 2016, and then 9 years later in 2025. So it's 4 times. Me 8.
Well,
I'm trying to see number 9.
Comment down below. What is a concert that you went to that you thought was pretty special? Let us know.
Yeah, and tell us, or maybe there's someone that you want to see.
Yeah.
Is there anybody this year you want to see? My Felicia's thing and my thing kind of this year too is like I just want to see more concerts. 'Cause it's one of those things where, like, in the past I'd be like, oh, I could go. It's like, I'm just not gonna go because of work, whatever. It's gonna be a whole hassle. And then afterwards you see all the stuff from it, it's like, damn,
I should have went.
I just should have went.
So you all should go too. Tell
Especially
me
when Felicia was like, we should fly to Tampa. I was like, I don't know. I remember just sitting there watching, just looking around during the Yellow Card. I'm like, I'm really watching my favorite band play in like their home state of Florida. Just being like, damn, like this is crazy. Like I will say that crowd was off the chain. Like it was crazy. Really in a good way. In a good way. Not like I'm saying it's bad.
Oh no, good crowd. So don't forget to check out all of our stuff. Check out Mic Cover. Head on over to our affiliate link and use our code BigBuddy.
BigBuddy.
Head on over also to Magic Candle Company. Use our code
W Energy, and of course our P.O. Box.
Yes, check it out. Don't forget to like, comment,
which we totally have checked
and
recently.
Subscribe. Oh, we totally have. And comment down below. Don't forget. Let us know.
We do have some news. Should we announce it this week about the Pointe Hope news, or should we wait?
Next week.
Dangle the carrot. Well, maybe next week might end up being the week after. Actually, no.
No.
Next week we're gonna try. Because Well, because I have the MRI is Friday, and then the Yellow Cards album comes out Friday. So my plan is to listen. Then we're gonna do a reaction podcast of it.
That's right. So it'll be.
I'm probably gonna do Better Days is probably gonna be number 1 on there because that song just hits something deep inside. That song.
Probably.
Yeah. So
we'll
next week we'll be back with that one.
Next week.
That's right. Make
sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share. We don't forget. I'm Felicia.
And I'm Jeremy, and this is Harley. Toodly doo.